Welcome to the Deep Dive with Farmtips Diary. Today, we're exploring a challenge that goes beyond the farm gate and touches everyone's dinner table. Inflation is reshaping the cost of farming, threatening the sustainability of small farms, and influencing global food security. What does rising inflation mean for farmers, for policymakers, and for the future of food? Stick with us until the end, where we'll share resilient strategies being tested to protect both growers and eaters. Before we dive in, like this video, share it with fellow farmers or anyone interested in the future of food, and subscribe to Farmtips Diary. Click the notification bell so you never miss our next deep dive. Inflation is more than just a number on an economic report. For farmers, it directly affects daily operations and long-term planning. When the cost of fuel, fertilizers, machinery, and labor rises, farm budgets are squeezed. Unlike many businesses, farms cannot immediately adjust their prices because crops follow seasonal cycles. This lag between rising costs and market prices can shrink profit margins quickly. Small farms are particularly vulnerable. Many operate on tight budgets, with little room for financial shocks. When input costs increase, these farms often must make difficult decisions, such as reducing production, delaying maintenance, or skipping technological upgrades. Over time, these adjustments can compromise both productivity and sustainability. Input costs have been rising steadily. Fertilizers, essential for maintaining soil fertility, have surged in price due to global supply chain disruptions and energy costs. Machinery, often imported, has become more expensive, making modernization difficult for smallholders. Fuel costs fluctuate unpredictably, affecting everything from irrigation to transportation. When multiple inputs rise at once, the compounding effect can overwhelm even well-managed farms. Labor is another area affected by inflation. As wages rise, hiring seasonal or permanent workers becomes more expensive. Labor shortages, common in many regions, amplify the problem. Some farms invest in automation and robotics to reduce labor dependency. But these solutions often require substantial upfront investment. Smaller farms struggle to access such technologies, further widening the gap between them and larger operations. These financial pressures do not just affect farmers, they ripple outward to consumers. When farms face higher costs, food prices in local and global markets often rise. Fresh produce, meats, grains, and dairy products become more expensive, affecting affordability and accessibility. Consumers may shift to cheaper, less nutritious options, which can worsen malnutrition and health disparities over time. Shrinking profit margins also threaten farm sustainability. When revenue is limited, long-term investments in soil health, water management, and climate-resilient practices often get delayed or canceled. Practices like crop rotation, organic fertilization, or drip irrigation may be skipped simply to save immediate costs. While understandable, these decisions can reduce productivity, degrade resources, and make farms more vulnerable to future shocks. The future of food security depends on how well farmers can adapt. Inflation forces farms to innovate, diversify, and rethink traditional approaches. Many farmers are experimenting with multiple income streams, such as value-added products, agrotourism, or direct high-consumer sales. These strategies reduce dependence on commodity prices and provide more financial stability. Digital adoption is another key tool. Online marketplaces, precision farming tools, and data-driven management can help farmers optimize inputs, reduce waste, and reach more buyers. Even small farms can benefit from affordable technologies like soil moisture sensors or mobile apps for crop tracking. While technology cannot eliminate inflation, it can help mitigate its effects. Policy decisions also play a critical role. Governments face a delicate balance between controlling inflation and supporting the agricultural sector. Subsidies for fertilizers, fuel, or seeds can provide relief, but they strain public budgets. Interest rate hikes, intended to curb inflation, make loans more expensive for farmers. This can limit investments in equipment, expansion, or sustainable practices. Some countries have developed targeted programs to support smallholders. Cooperatives and community initiatives help farmers pool resources, negotiate better prices, and access training. Insurance programs protect against crop loss, and grants help fund adoption of sustainable technologies. These measures can stabilize farms during periods of high inflation and ensure that smaller operations remain viable. Global trade policies also influence inflation's impact. Export restrictions, tariffs, or trade disputes can raise prices for imported inputs and affect access to international markets. Conversely, well-managed trade agreements can provide farmers with new buyers, diversify income, and reduce vulnerability to local price shocks. Food affordability and accessibility are interconnected with farm sustainability. If inflation continues to drive up input costs, small farms may be forced out of business, reducing local food supply and increasing dependence on imports. This can lead to price volatility, reduced variety, and higher risk for consumers, especially in vulnerable regions. Policymakers are increasingly aware of these risks. Some are exploring long-term measures, such as investing in infrastructure, supporting farm cooperatives, promoting sustainable practices, and developing contingency plans for extreme price fluctuations. Ensuring that small farms remain competitive is essential for both national and global food security. The challenges posed by inflation are not just financial, they are structural. Farmers must balance the need for immediate survival with long-term sustainability. Short-term cost-cutting can compromise soil health, water quality, and biodiversity. Over time, these losses can make farms less productive and more susceptible to climate-related shocks. Resilient strategies are emerging as key tools. Diversification is one of the most effective approaches. By growing multiple crops or integrating livestock, farms can reduce risk from fluctuating prices or market demand. Direct-to-consumer sales help capture more revenue and reduce reliance on intermediaries. Value-added products like preserved foods or artisanal goods can also boost income. Collaboration is another effective strategy. Cooperatives allow farmers to buy inputs in bulk, share equipment, and negotiate better prices for produce. Community-supported agriculture models connect consumers directly to local farms, providing reliable revenue and building trust. These models help buffer the impact of inflation on both farmers and consumers. Technology adoption should be tailored to each farm's scale and budget. Low-cost precision tools, soil sensors, and mobile apps can improve efficiency without large upfront investment. Training programs and government grants can help farmers access these technologies while minimizing financial risk. Policymakers are experimenting with safety nets to protect both growers and eaters. These include crop insurance, subsidies for sustainable practices, and targeted support for small farms. Financial literacy programs help farmers manage cash flow, plan for inflation, and make informed investment decisions. Long-term, these measures can help maintain production, reduce food insecurity, and support rural livelihoods. Inflation also forces a rethinking of the global food system. Supply chain efficiency, sustainable production, and equitable access to food are becoming increasingly important. Countries are exploring policies that encourage local production, reduce reliance on imports, and strengthen resilience to price shocks. These measures help stabilize both farm income and consumer food costs. The hidden danger of shrinking profit margins is that it may discourage new generations from entering farming. If young people see farming as a high-risk low-reward occupation, the agricultural sector could face labor shortages and reduced innovation. Supporting small farms and investing in technology and training is crucial to attract and retain new farmers. Sustainability, innovation, and resilience must work together. Farms that invest in soil health, water conservation, diversified crops, and technology are better positioned to weather inflationary pressures. Policies that support these investments create a stronger, more stable food system for everyone. Looking ahead, the future of farming in an inflationary environment will likely involve a combination of digital tools, diversified income streams, collaborative networks, and supportive policies. Farms that adapt proactively will be able to maintain production, protect profit margins, and continue supplying affordable food to communities. Global awareness of inflation's impact on food security is rising. Consumers, policymakers, and farmers alike are recognizing that sustainable farming is not optional, it is essential. Collaboration between these groups can help build a resilient food system that withstands economic pressures. In conclusion, inflation is reshaping the economics of farming and the future of food. Small farms are most at risk, shrinking profit margins threaten sustainability, and policymakers face complex challenges in balancing support with economic stability. However, through diversification, collaboration, digital adoption, and targeted policies, resilience is possible. Farmers, governments, and communities can work together to ensure that food remains affordable, accessible, and sustainably produced. If you found this video insightful, take a moment to like, share, and subscribe to Farmtips Diary. Click the notification bell to stay updated on our latest deep dives. These small actions help us continue bringing you valuable insights and strategies for farmers and food lovers alike. We hope this exploration has been valuable. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. See you again on our next deep dive.